Hello everyone, and we're back for another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals.
And today we're featuring my very first attempt at an Extinct Bricks Minis with full articulation, the LEGO compatible custom Extinct Bricks Originals Accurate Velociraptor. But first of all, I'd like to thank YouTube.com Audio Library for this awesome background music. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe, and also hit that notification button. Just click on the icons below. Thanks everyone! Also, the Guess His PC contest winners will be announced at the end of the video, but first, here's how to join. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and then click on the community link to see all my posts. Such music to my ears. But anyways, let's proceed with the making of the Velociraptor. First, I did some heat bashing on this figure and I used this Lego monkey as a base figure for this particular costume. Then I made several more changes, such as adding several mini studs on the back and of course using these Lego pieces on the head. Then I started on with the sculpting phase, such as this one, and then notice that I am using a rubberized tail piece on the end. This will allow several movements as well as flexibility on the end of the tail, even if the feathering details are already attached. The feathering detail that I used here would be rubberized foam, and it actually works well even when painted. After that, I started on with the primer and then moved on with the primary paints. At the first primary paints, I actually wanted to have a kestrel-like raptor as a base. However, you would notice that at the end of the video, I would eventually scrap this one out to a more simpler design of the Velociraptor. Also, the transition from this Velociraptor to the next actually allowed me to add on several more articulation, specifically that of the tail part as well as the neck portion of this figure. I wanted this design because it's simpler and it's more sleek. Now it's time for us to move on with the bricks. You can do it, and let's bolt in! Now this figure actually has 10 pieces to it. Imagine that, so many pieces for just one small figure. I was actually proud of this one. So you can actually have a removable lower jaw, and so then we can actually connect it and separate to the body. This is very in keeping with my other larger figures. Now once that is connected, let's have the individual connection of the thigh part as well as the leg part of this piece. Now we can attach it to the body. Let's start with the left one and then with the right. Now it's time for us to connect the arms. And there you have it. The last piece would be, of course, the tail. And that should complete the figure. My LEGO compatible custom Velociraptor. Now let us have some closer looks. And this is my LEGO compatible custom Velociraptor. It's a Velociraptor mongoliensis and it has feathers though. And it is based off from this illustration by a failure artist, which I do not know the name yet, but I will put in the description and update you guys whenever I know. Moira will be coming back later for some size comparisons, but for now, let us move on with a closer look. So this figure can be attached to this mini base plate. I got these brick pieces from Daiso Japan Quality and it's called Petit Block. Do check it out if you have time. It's a handy tool for me when making Extinct Bricks Minis. So here you have several details on the feathering, both the tail as well as the feathers on the arms. Notice that for the feathers, they're actually flexible, like so, yeah. And this goes out the same for the tail part, which you can flex downward, upwards, and will stay for a few minutes so you can take on photos of it while still bent. The feet will have a silver claw detail. It is three-toed as well. And as for the articulation of this figure, you can see that we can actually open and close its mouth, like so. And of course, we can turn the head very slightly to the right and to the left, like so. Alright. Now, other than that, we can also move its arms very much similarly to what my other customs or figures can actually do. It also has 4 studs on the back. The tail can be twisted like so. Now, there's a special feature on the legs of this velociraptor because at the knee part, it can actually be twisted. Several positions can be done when having this particular position. When you attach one feet on the base plate, you can actually maneuver or pivot the entire figure in a certain direction or way, such as that. And this can be done without moving the hip joints. And that is one special feature of this Extinct Minis Velociraptor mongoliensis. I can tell you guys how super excited I am for this figure. I have actually JM, my apprentice and #1 fan, to thank with regards to the number of articulations for this figure, because he actually suggested on adding several more articulations other than the legs and the arms, thus making a fully articulated figure relative to its size. Now it's time for us to have some size comparisons. And of course, I'm bringing out Moira back here to compare with this Velociraptor. Although the size is relatively bigger for its species, I'm still happy with the size proportions and also the comparison between the sizes. It's still smaller than a human, so I guess that's fine. So moving along with the comparisons, I will be comparing with existing LEGO figures and also with my latest custom figures that are also feathered and are raptors. First, let's compare with this unknown species. I don't know what it is. It looks like a Silophysis, but it's not. You can see that it has technically no articulation to it, but it does connect with the LEGO base plate. Now, for the second comparisons, here is a LEGO Velociraptor. Here you can see its brand. It is one of my favorite LEGO Velociraptor toys. It has a rubberized tail. It can be posed in many different ways. And comparing it in terms of size with the Velociraptor mongoliensis that I have, you can see that the size difference is very, very apparent. I should say that although I really love the LEGO Velociraptor, it really is really big compared to the minifigures. And moving on with another comparison, here is my pre-paint up blue using the mini raptors that I bought several years ago. And you can see that although the difference in size is very subtle, it is still smaller compared to the blue raptor that I repainted. As much as I wanted to have a really accurate size for the Velociraptor mongoliensis, there really isn't any other way to have it. I think the base figure used for this one is perfect for it. It is able to have several articulations to it and can move very freely, very much more than my other raptor figures. So let's compare it with my Utahraptor and also my Oviraptor here, as they are all feathered raptors. So the sizes in fact is very similar to that of the raptor that I showed you earlier, the Lego Raptor. However, these differences in coloration as well as the feathering details is very much different. So let's line them up together so that we can have an appropriate roll call for it. Utahraptor, Oviraptor, Lego Jurassic World Velociraptor, Velociraptor mongoliensis, and my repaint of blue here. The videos for the Utahraptor as well as the Oviraptor are actually out on my playlist, so please do check them out. And that's it for the size comparisons. Now let us move on with the last looks. Now, the Velociraptor actually came from the Greek words velox, meaning swift, and raptor, meaning teeth. Thus the name Swift Teeth. It lived in the late Cretaceous China around 75 to 71 million years ago and is under the Dromaeosauridae family. It is a relatively small dinosaur with a length of 6 feet and a height of 1.5 feet. Its genera consists of 2 known species, Mongoliensis and Osmolsky. And that's it for the Velociraptor Mongoliensis video. I hope you like it. Moira is unaware of the dangers behind her. Moira, I advise you not to go to the long grass. Well, anyways, before we go on with the Guess the Species Contest winners, we do have a belated happy birthday greeting to Santiago Quintero Quintana. And here are our lucky picks: the Jurassic World Gang, Tivon Malikaraki, Bizarre Mars, N1 Arman, your local Spinosaurus, Marisa Villanueva, Velociraptor BR, Toro Nescao, the GCL, and Lawsuit Speckhugger. Congratulations everyone! And now for top 10 winners!
Top 10. Top 9. Top 8.
Dinosaur
Top 7.
344,
Top 6.
Jaden Santos,
Top 5.
Singer Cardinilla,
Top 4.
Alias Grafira,
Top
Mamad,
Top 2.
Antonio Nili, and Eduardo Oliveira. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you on the next Guess the Species Contest! Also, our babies Moira and Asher has their own vlog now, The Adventures of Moira and Asher. Please watch their videos and subscribe to their channel as well. Thanks for the support everyone! Please also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and here in YouTube. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar!